Hey there, my fellow gamers. I hope y'all having a fantastic day. Being stuck indoors and all. It's your boy Mike back again with another League of Legends Wild Rift video. So today I will be giving you guys my first impression on this game with the 10 matches I played in mind. So first up, I just want to say the home screen is so beautiful. I love how clean and slick the design is, and it kind of wants you to roll your tongue on it, kind of like what you do on a candy, or maybe even ice cream. Now, with the PC version in mind, everything is placed where it's supposed to be. It's cleaned and organized, and it's arranged in a way that even if you're from the PC version and you want to try the mobile version, you won't get confused with how everything is arranged. And also, have I mentioned how I love their choice in music? Riot's team is really good with this kind of stuff, setting in the mood for each type of situation. Anyways, moving on to the next topic, the optimization. So the optimization in this game is amazing. I'm rocking a Xiaomi Mi 9T, which can run most games at medium to high settings. Going to ultra high settings will cause your device to overheat and slow down in the long run. But to my surprise, I was able to run this game on ultra high definition at 60 frames per second. The only downside is the battery consumption, which is understandable since your GPU and CPU will need more power to run your desired settings. So I'm gonna give you guys a quick look at the game settings, the graphic settings, which looks a lot similar to the in-game settings on the PC version, and the sound settings as well. So next up is the market or the shop or the cash shop. I like the simplified version of the shop. It's a lot cleaner to look at. It has most of the features the PC version have. Well, the basic stuff at least. And none of the confusing tabs I keep clicking over and over for no reason. Well, at least not yet, since we're still on the alpha test and these are still subject to change. Currently, there's a total of 35 champions that you can own or purchase, and they will be updating this in the near future. And by the way, each champion has one skin, currently unavailable, that you can browse in the shop. So if you're curious what skins are available, you can go ahead and do so. Okay, so with those stuff out of the way, the gameplay. So, how does it play or feel exactly? Now that's a big question, because for someone like me who almost never played MOBAs on a mobile device, and trust me, a lot of people tried pulling me into that game genre, it feels really smooth and easy to pick up. And most importantly, it plays really close to the PC version, and it's not as punishing due to the ease the controls provide that I didn't have much trouble adjusting to the game. And the mechanics from the PC version was translated so well, I almost didn't see the difference. So if I were to compare this with other games, it kind of feels like Vainglory and Mobile Legends had a love child which was, a few years older than them, and it's a lot more complicated. That's how it feels like. Oh, and by the way, those players who are just being asked every single game? Yeah, they're here as well. I've encountered them multiple times in the past few hours that I was testing the game. So don't expect everything to be smooth sailing from here on. I'm just glad it's the alpha test that I rarely see any Yasuo and Zed in each match. Now let's go ahead and move on to the topic of controls. So, I honestly got a bit confused with the controls at first, but after a few more games, I finally got the hang of it. It's just that some of the skills work differently than I remembered, and it's not really that different to some of the games of similar genre I've tried in the past, so adjusting wasn't much of an issue. The controls are intuitive, adding a few perks here and there that improves quality of life, like Ash's ultimate for example. You can click the button a second time. It will let you guide the arrow to your desired target. The only issue that I have ever encountered are the spells. Since I have a bezel-less display, my screen aspect ratio is quite weird and long, and reaching the middle of my screen is a bit difficult. But aside from that, everything is well organized and manageable and easier to use. And by the way, before we end this video, a huge props to Riot for this amazing mobile port of the game a lot of us all know and love. And thank you for giving me a chance to be an alpha tester. It really is a surprise to me and I appreciate it so much. So that's mostly it for my first impressions, and if you guys made it this far, do tell me of your own thoughts and opinions on League of Legends Wild Rift on the comments down below. I'll be reading all of the comments that you guys will be sending me. And by the way, if you happen to like this video, do click that like button, give it a hug, or flick it on the forehead, whatever tickles your fancy. Also, subscribe to my channel as well if you haven't already. It will help me out a lot if you do. And by the way, don't forget to click on that bell icon to turn on notification so that you won't miss my next video. And now, without further ado, stay frosty and peace out. Stop touching your face!